in the last episode, we got ourselves into Thaumcraft. We got the basics up and going. We got ourselves the runic altar. You might be noticing that I did tear up our runic altar because today we're gonna go ahead and make some upgrades to our runic altar, and we're gonna need a few things for that. So we're gonna need some candles, which I believe we already have. Beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and take these candles, and these candles are gonna go like this all around this bad boy, like so. And then what we're gonna go ahead and do is place our pedestal down right here, like so. Alrighty, so I got the image pulled up here. So we need the inlays. I believe the inlays go on the corners of the candles. So let me see, the inlays like so are gonna go on the corners of these candles like so, and then that is then gonna be with open space, but on either side is going to be touching the whatchamacalls it here, the inlays, like so. And in between these pedestals will go your stabilizers. Okay, so bam, bam, and bam. Now we are going to need to go ahead and craft the stabilizers, which are going to require us to make the complex arcane mechanisms, which is going to require us to make thaumium plates and all that fun jazz. We're going to need the simple ones, which means we're also going to need to go ahead and make the brass plates as well. So let's go ahead and get, chemical brass has EMC, and thaumium also has EMC, which is not terrible at all. We can also probably just quickly grab a compactor if I had to guess. Yes, we can. Beautiful. And all we got to do is place that bad boy down, and of course fill it with all the fun stuff, right? Like power and all that fun stuff, right? Let me quickly go ahead and make these stabilizers, and we'll be right back. Also, do note that the time to do Thaumcraft is definitely towards the side of when you have creative mode items, if you don't like Thaumcraft, that is. But if you love Thaumcraft, you can do it at any time. But if you are kind of on the fence about Thaumcraft, you can always just do it when you have your creative mode items, because it makes Thaumcraft like 100 times more easier. Okay, we should be able to make our stabilizers very easily. We just need a risk resonator, a block of redstone, of course, and then we're gonna need, I believe, I totally forgot, arcane stone. Oh yeah, we're also gonna need 2 inlays, so let's not forget that. So 2 inlays there at the bottom. Let's go ahead and put this guy in the middle with the 2 inlays like so, and then the redstone block in the middle with the complex thingy in the middle. And then of course we need arcane stone and arcane slabs, which it doesn't look like I have those in my inventory. Also, do note that the Thaumcraft arcane workbench needs this, and it looks like we don't have quite enough. Go ahead and craft our stabilizers. Do note that you can also put on some armor to go ahead and get some discounts for that. So I believe the thaumium robe gives you a 2% discount. As you can see on the thaumaturge leggings, it has a 3% discount on the thing, a 3% on the robe, and I believe the hood, if we can find it, the boots have a 2%, but honestly that might be just enough to even get us there. No, not even. 230 with an 8% discount. That is not ideal. So that means we're probably going to go ahead and have to make the workbench charger. Actually, we don't even have to make it in this pack because it has EMC. So if we grab the workbench charger and we slapped it on there, it's going to go ahead and pull this from the surrounding chunks to go ahead and charge up your table. You can go ahead and craft that like so. And then all you got to do is, of course, if you've got creative items, creative mode it, and then you can grab as many as you want. And what we're going to go ahead and do is place these in between, skipping this space in between the pedestals like so, and then that should give us basically what looks like, you know, a pretty neat little thingy. You can also see that they are discharging what looks like some flux or something. That's how you know you've done it correctly. Now that we've got a pretty much maxed out runic matrix, what we're gonna have to do now is my least favorite part, and we need to make the collapsers, which is also why it's very important to have creative, because these things are very much a pain in the butt to make. But honestly, now that we have the like basically maxed out out stabilized like matrix. So all we gotta do is get ourselves all these resources, and I'm pretty sure we pretty much have all of this, right? We have the niter. We don't have that, the morphic resonator. That's gonna have to be made. That has EMC. These have EMC. TNT has EMC. We're gonna have to make this. That's fine. But we're also gonna need the Vitium and the alienist aspects, which means we're probably gonna have to get into smelters. And honestly, these don't have EMC, which is not my favorite thing. But we had to make these guys, right? And we'll basically melt down some stuff to go ahead and get the alienist and the Vitium. I think Vitium we can get from flux crystals, I believe, and we can get Vitium from flux crystals, and I believe alienist also comes from nether stars, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we can get it from nether stars. There might be another way to get them that's more potent or better, but at the same time, I guess what we could do if we really wanted to go crazy is throw them in our crucible with the quartz slivers. For example, like if I take some of these real quick, and I'm gonna need a everlasting amulet here, and if I get myself some quartz slivers, this is actually really cool, by the way. And if we grab ourselves some quartz slivers and we drop a few nether stars in there, drop the quartz slivers in there, it should in theory give us all the aspects out of that nether star that we went ahead and dropped in there, right? Which is really cool. So we have the alienist, which now we can go ahead and just say, hey, let's creative mode it. It was just that easy. And then we can take this guy and dump it into the smelter to get more of a pure alienist instead of having to go and, deal with all this, Percantio Ordo and Aurum. You know what I mean? It's a much more cleaner source. I do want to bring up one thing before I go ahead and make this basic smelter. Well, two things actually is that if you're doing this in your base, this is really important. You're going to go into the shop. You're going to go into the creative mode items. And I believe you are going to buy the flux sponge. This is the most important item, especially if you're doing this in your base. This is basically going to allow you to go ahead and clean up the flux in the chunk and also delete rifts if you happen to create rifts inside of your base. This is going to be a very important tool for you later on once we get into the part of when we need to make the primary to pearl. So honestly, I'm just going to make the basic one because we don't really need efficiency at this point, because again, we have creative items. We can just do the pure version of whatever aspect we need, and that will be enough. However, if we weren't in, the creative state, I would be a lot more inclined to make a higher tier smelters because they're more efficient and more better for overall use. But since we're in creative mode or we have creative items, it doesn't really matter to me. Okay, now that we've got our alembics up and going, we're going to want to do a few things that are important here. And I'm going to be honest here, I have forgotten how to do this. But since I've been playing Project Equivalence over on Streamvember on Twitch, I've been messing around with Thaumcraft, so I'm kind of aware of what I'm supposed to be doing. We need the filling essentia. This is very important. We're going to need this guy. And we're also going to need something called a alembic. This is going to go ahead and pour out the aspects into the filling essentia, right? So we're going to want to go ahead and make these guys. And thankfully, these basic ones have actually EMC. Lovely. We love that. I don't think the alembics do, though, which is unfortunate. So we're going to need filters. We're going to need buckets. We're going to need great wood planks. Dude, everything has EMC here except for the brass plates. I'm going to go ahead and craft these, and then I'll come back so I can go ahead and show you guys how this all works. Okay, so let's go ahead and set up our alembic, okay? Our alembics is. So what we'll do is, honestly, we only really need one at this point because we're going to be using pure aspects, honestly. So let's go ahead and pop this guy like so, and then pop the filling essentia on this guy. There's one more thing that I forgot to add here, and we're going to go ahead and make a void jar, okay? I don't think they have EMC. Nope, they do. So what we can go ahead and do is grab ourselves A, some labels from Thaumcraft, and B, let's grab some void jars. Those are very important. And let's go ahead and place these guys down in front of this like so. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is fill these guys up with our aspect. Hunterx. Now, I only noticed I only did aliens, which is not ideal. Let me quickly get Vitium. It shouldn't be that difficult. Oh yeah, by the way, you put the Vitium crystals, or any crystal rather, inside of here, and it should start to go ahead and fill this guy up very, and I mean very slowly. So yeah, we got some Vitium. Also, you might want to do yourself a favor, I believe, and get yourself the goggles of revealing. Okay, I don't think you can combine them with the draconic armor, so you're gonna have to just put them on, and that's gonna tell you exactly how much of the essentia is in each jar, which for this, for the collapser, we're gonna need 50 of each. Also, do note that the dark matter pedestal and the watch of flowing time will work on this. It will speed it up. So if you're kind of like impatient like me, you totally can speed this up if you want to. So to make the aluminum, you're gonna need 2 coal. Okay, let's grab 2 coal out of here, and let's grab the, oh god, what is it called? The Perdicio crystal, which I believe I have in here. Yeah, perfect. Let's go ahead and grab 5 of those. Let's go ahead and drop 1 coal inside, and then the 5 Perdicio, and then go ahead and do that. And then you should get the alumentum, and that should be that. Morphic resonator is just going to require some rare earth, light stained glass, and some brass. And I believe rare earth can also just be bought, but you can also get it from breaking, like, I believe ores. You can also get it. So if you're doing like the emerald ore EMC, you can totally get it from that as well. I do want to add that I believe you can also use any glass, or not glass, but glass pane for this recipe. So yeah, let me go ahead and grab 1 more of these brass plates like so, and we should have the morphic resonator. Beautiful. And I'm pretty sure that's everything that we need here. So let me go ahead and get set up, and we'll be right back. Once you are ready, go ahead and place all of your items on the pedestal. The TNT goes in the middle pedestal like so. The Vis resonator, the 2 blocks of redstone, the 2 things of niter, the morphic resonator, and then the 2 aluminium, and of course the 2 jars of alienness and Vitium. Now what you're gonna go ahead and do is grab yourself the caster's gauntlet, and then go ahead and shift right click the runic matrix like so, and then give it a right click, and it should go ahead and craft up the casualty collapser. As you can see, it says stable, and it's going very well, and this should be maximum stable ability, which is very good. This should be a very easy craft, and just like that, we should have the casualty collapser. Beautiful. And of course, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is toss this baby right here in the drawer, and of course give it a nice creative vending upgrade. Now we've got unlimited of them, and we can just throw them like crazy. Now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, I think I want to do this in my base, because, well, we have the flux sponge, and this shouldn't really be that bad. So how do we get the pearl that we need for the spawn pig, or rather for the, I believe, blank greater focus, right? Because it's down here. So unfortunately, the only way to do this is to create rifts, and then collapse those rifts with said collapsers that we just crafted, right? So the best way to do that is basically come over to your crucible, grab yourself a final star, or maybe a few final stars like so, and go ahead and toss them inside of this like so. Just keep throwing them in there, make a huge mess, and then shift right click this bad boy like so. And what it's gonna go ahead and do, if I go ahead and grab my thermometer like so from the table here, is you notice that in this chunk there's a load of blocks, but if I come all the way over here, there's nothing in this chunk, right? Notice it in the top left hand corner there. Well, at some point in the near future, there will be a rift that will spawn in this chunk like so, that's going through our drawer and destroying things. Not great. Throw your collapser down like so and destroy said rift, and we should in theory get a few items from this. So we're gonna get some void seeds, and would you look at that, on our first one, I think that may have kind of fell into the void, which is not good. I thought I had my, oh no, it's right here, the primeval module. Not what we want. We want the pearl, unfortunately. And you know what, I take that back. I'm gonna do this outside of my base. So all I have to do is to clean this up, shift right click, or right click, and boom, it basically is gonna clear out all of the, you know, flux in our chunk until it says 0. So now there is gonna be no flux in this chunk at all. So let me go set up a platform very far away and we'll be right back. Honestly, we're not that far away from our base, but honestly, this is the fun part of Thaumcraft experience, especially in this pack when you get to make a huge mess. Oh, it's my favorite thing in the world. All I gotta do now is basically just shift Q these all out of here and make the world's largest mess, of course. And bam, bam, boom. Go ahead and do that and make a massive mess. And then basically grab a bunch of angel blocks, go down, and if there's rifts down there or over up here, break them down and hopefully get the thing that we need. But yeah, I'm gonna be sitting here waiting for rifts to spawn so that way I can collapse them, and hopefully this doesn't take an hour or 2 or 8, because yeah. So I've gotten a few things. I've gotten like a smaller version. I've got a per meter remote, not what I'm looking for obviously, but I'm wondering if I can repair it somehow, like using like a repair's talisman or something. I don't think I can, but I'm gonna try. So if I like load my inventory with these and put this in my hand, will it repair this guy? I don't think it will. I can also pull up F3H, I believe, will show us the damage. I don't think this is gonna repair. I'll have it in my inventory, but yeah, I'm basically waiting for more of these rifts to spawn and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I haven't gotten it yet. No pearl as of yet, but I'm getting all the baby ones and I'm getting all the modules, but I'm not getting, oh, that one exploded before I could even get up here. Still haven't got a single pearl yet. What is going on, dude? I've been getting all these like modules and the small ones, but I haven't got a full pearl yet, and it's so obnoxious. I actually wonder what the drop rates are, because yeah, we have been not so lucky. I still haven't gotten it, and I've been searching for a couple of hours now. Yeah, you can kind of see in this backpack that I've gotten so many of the modules and the motes, and I have yet to get the god dang full pearl. It's so obnoxiously annoying. According to Reddit, it is a 1 in 48 chance, according to a Reddit comment, and it is based on the amount of void seeds you get. You get between 14 and 16 seeds, and I've clearly opened or done 32 stacks, and I haven't got a single full pearl yet. But you might notice I've gotten a lot of these, which are, pearls, but they're damaged, which I don't know if I can use in the craft of the greater focus, which I might hop into a, creative testing world of a copy of this world and test to see if I can use those so we can make progress. If not, I'm gonna have to keep closing rifts until I get one. So turns out, yeah, I just did some testing in a creative testing world, as you can see. And yeah, these things, these motes and these freaking modules work in the crafting recipe. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I just spent so much time, wasting time, waiting to get a full pearl when I could have been doing it the whole time. Oh my, I wasted so much time. You have no idea how much time I just wasted, and I can't find my damn sponge. Just because I'm a good boy, I'm just gonna yeet and just clean up my mess, because yeah, I don't want to leave a big old mess. And yeet. All right, I think our mess has been fully successfully cleaned up. We can finally make some progress. I can't believe I wasted all that time. Well, I guess we have plenty now to go on forever, because Jesus Christ. Also, I do want to note that there is a second way to get pearls. I found out while I was doing some research for this, and turns out you can get pearls from a giant tentacle boss, but I think in most packs it's disabled, and that has a guaranteed drop of a full pearl. We got our motes, and that's all I care about. We got the modules, that's all I care about. We now make some progress. Okay, let's get started with the very basic one here. Oh, we need this one here, the lesser as well, which we're gonna need Vitreous, Percantio, and Aurum. I believe we already did get Aurum, right? Aurum was in one of our things, I thought. Maybe it's in our chest here. Yeah, we got Aurum already, and we got Percantio. Oh, that's beautiful. Lovely. Dude, Thaumcraft is not my favorite mod. All right, let's go ahead and grab not 2 stacks, 1 stack of each. Beautiful. What else do we need for this? So for the lesser lens is Petrius. We're gonna need 20. Also, do note, if you hit F3 and B, it's gonna show the binding box of your pedestal. You wanna make sure that your crucible is out of range of that because it will help dissipate the Abyss crystals faster, and you really don't want that. So yeah, let me get some Vitreous and we'll be right back. Okay, so to get your blank lesser focus, go ahead and drop yourself 20 Vitreous, 20 Percantio, and then you're gonna also drop yourself in 10 Percantio, 5 Aurum, and an Oro crystal. Oh no, what happened to my Aurum? My Aurum dissipated. God damn it. So give me 20 of these, and then give me another one of these, and then throw that in there, and then that should give us the blanker lens. Beautiful. Dude, this insatiable hunger is so annoying. Take this and then toss this in the middle, because that's what we're gonna need. For the advanced boy, it's gonna be 2 Quicksilver, 8 Ender Pearl, 50 Ordo, and 25 Percantio. Also a diamond. Let me get a diamond here, and then let's also grab some Ender Pearls, and I believe that was Quicksilver that looked like. So over here in the advanced is indeed going to be Quicksilver. So let's go ahead and pop this like so, and it's going to be 1 diamond, 1 pearl like so, and then of course your 2 Quicksilver. So bam and bam, and then we're going to need to go ahead and freaking make the thing. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and drop in 2 stacks of Percantio into here like so, and then I'm also going to drop in a stack or 2 of Ordo, and then that should be fine. I do apologize for the blurriness. That is not to worry. That is one of the Thaumcraft effects, unfortunately. So we're just gonna have to deal with it. Let's go ahead and drop ourselves a Caster's Gauntlet like so, and then we should be able to right click this bad boy and start the craft. Lovely jubbly. And then we need to start focusing on the next one, which is going to require 25 Percantio, 50 Ordo, and 100 Vacuos, which we can go ahead and grab Vacuos from over here. I did grab it in between cuts there. It's just basically putting some buckets in the crucible and getting yourself some of the Vacuos crystals that way, and that should be relatively simple. And hopefully we will have enough here to continue on doing the next craft. Honestly, I probably should, in theory, just quickly put this inside of here just in case if something does go wrong, which I doubt it will, but just in case, you never know. You should always protect yourself. So now that we have 104 Vacuos, which is all we need for the greater one, we are going to need 50 Ordo. Do I have plenty of Ordo? I have 58. Good. And then we need 25 Percantio, and we have 73. So we're good there. All we have to do now is get ourselves another star and one of those modules, which we already have in here. I'm gonna grab this guy. This guy's probably pretty good for that. You know what? Actually, I want to try something. In my test world, I did module. Let's do one of these moats and see if it works that way. Do that. Let's go ahead and pop down the Quicksilver on this bad boy like so. And then all we realistically need at this point is a star, a nether star that is, and we should be pretty much good to go for this craft. Let's go ahead and hit the thing like so, and it's very stable. It's working, which is great. Love to see that. Oh my god, this insatiable hunger needs to go away. It's so annoying. Thaumcraft effects are just not great at all, honestly. And this is gonna slowly but surely fill up with all of the vis that it wants here, which is beautiful. And it should start to go ahead and craft the greater lens, which we need to go into the spawn pig. And we're pretty much almost ready to get the spawn pig. We just need the brain in the jar, which again is not looking too bad at all. That's going to be very simple to make. The purifying bath salt is going to be interesting to make. We're just going to need some cognitive air. Oh, it finished. Beautiful. Dude, I'm telling you, man, this Thaumcraft setup is so OP. Would you look at that? Bam, bam, boom, and boom. We now have the greater focus, which is beautiful. Unfortunately, we're out of time for today's episode. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, please do me a huge favor. Smash the like button, smash that subscribe button, ding that notification bell. Become part of the 100 tribe. As always, guys, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna leave you till next time. Bye-bye.